Welcome back to my channel. And I was kind of looking over some of the videos I've been doing recently, and I realized I have yet to do a fall makeup look. And fall is like the best time of the year for makeup. The holidays are fun, don't get me wrong, but fall, you just get those warm colors, you get the bright colors, you get those beautiful liquid lipsticks, all kinds of lipsticks. Let me not limit myself here. I have all the darker shades that you really get to pull out, and you get to play with it just a little bit more. So I was so surprised when I didn't get anything out for you, and I am so sorry if that's something you've been wanting to see, but here I am rectifying the situation, doing this fall drugstore makeup tutorial for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe before you go as we get into this video. Don't want you to miss out on any of the other great videos I've got going on. But if you want to see how I came up with this fall makeup look, then just stay tuned. First, before I go into any sort of foundation, I've obviously already put the moisturizer on, but first I'm going to go ahead and prime, and to do that I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Primer. This is not a new primer by any means, but it is one that I've really liked because it does a good job with blurring my pores, more so than some of the others that even advertise that. It does have kind of a silicone base, but I'm just going to put that on before I go any further. And sometimes I skip this step, but for this particular tutorial and walkthrough, I am going to go in with my Maybelline color corrector. I'm kind of breaking out a little bit, unfortunately, so I'm going to go in and just apply this to those troublesome areas, put the orange underneath my eyes, and then put on my foundation. When applying the color corrector, I do make sure, especially in the under eyes, to tap it in rather than smearing it on, because I want to make sure I'm doing just the best job I can to cover up the troublesome areas, especially those dark circles. So I make sure to definitely pat those in. But after that, I am going to now go in with my foundation before covering up everything up even further with concealer. And to do that, I'm going to go in with my Sonya Kashuk Matte foundation. This came out about a year or so ago, and I've used it a couple times, but I'm kind of starting to love it again. It's definitely got kind of a satiny matte finish. And to apply it, I'm going to go in my L'Oreal sponge and just blot that all over my face. Just need to get my hair back as well, so sorry for that weird transition, but it was getting warm in here and I curled it, and it is bigger and poofier than I am used to, which I know is kind of typically what we as women strive for, is at least a volumized hair, but when you're not used to it, it's just in your face. So after I blended that out, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild concealer here, which I really like. You know, I know that not everybody is into some of the Wet n Wild products, but this concealer really works for me. It doesn't crease, and it's actually really pigmented. It's really creamy, but not so creamy that you're like just peeling off your skin trying to blend it out. So I'm just going to put that under my eyes, a tiny bit on my forehead, not much, a little on my nose, and just a little bit on my chin. I'm not going to go full glam and contouring for this, but I definitely do still want my concealer. So then I'm going to take that same L'Oreal sponge and go ahead and blend it out. Then I'm going to go in to set, Then I'm going to go in to set my under eyes with the Master Fix Loose Powder by Maybelline as well. And I noticed that I have a lot of Maybelline products as far as a lot of the powders and the concealers and the correctors, even though I didn't use that concealer today. Primer. I feel like they are one of the brands in particular from the drugstore that are really stepping up their game. So, been pretty impressed. So I'm finding a lot of my drugstore go-to grab items are from them. So don't mind my excessive usage. So while I bake, I'm gonna go in and work on my eyes, which is why I have zoomed you guys in. And though I don't always do my eyebrows, I'm definitely gonna be doing them today. I don't know, they're doing some funky things, so I'll be setting them. And I'm gonna be using my Revlon Brow Fantasy product right here. It's got both the pencil and the gel in it on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before moving on to the actual eyeshadows. With that done, I'm gonna go in to do my eyes, and I'm gonna be using my Morphe Fall into Frost palette. I just love this palette for fall. I mean, not just because the name just describes it as a fall palette. It is an older palette, it's not new to this year, but there's just so many dark, warm, and matte, or a few matte but light shimmery colors in here. There's just so much that you can play with, and all of it is perfect for fall. So I'm gonna start out, I'm not going to go into too in-depth with this just because I don't want to go too crazy, but I am going to just quickly start out with this light shade right here in the corner to start out with. It is one of the few mattes, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. After I have that base down, I'm going to go in with this kind of light orangey shade right here in the corner, and I'm going to put that all in my crease, blending upwards. This slightly smaller blending brush, I'm going to then dip into this kind of dark olive green color, and I'm going to be putting that in the further part of my crease to kind of deepen it just a little bit more. I am going to go for kind of a cut crease look. It's not gonna be too sharp or too drastic. So I'm gonna take a flat brush and then just put the concealer over my eyelids so I can start fresh from there. After the concealer's on, I'm gonna go in with one of my absolute favorite palette shades in this palette, and that is this kind of orangey color. I know you can't really see it in all its glorious beauty, but it's kind of a rose gold orange color, and that I'm going to pack on with another flat brush and just tap it over my eyelid. I'm not going to spread it over or dust it over. I want it for full impact, really just pat it on. That on, the last thing I'm really going to do new color wise is I'm going to take this really kind of bright, kind of creamy, shiny color and put that right under my brow bone and pop it right in the corner of my eye. So just to smooth out any lines, I'm going to go back in with that first shimmery shade that I put into my crease and just kind of go over a little bit more, blending it into the brow bone line. Sorry, I needed to touch up the other side that I've already done. Don't mind me. And then I'm just going to go back in with that green, and I'm going to just put that right on my lower lash. I'm just going to quickly dust away my bake before I finish up with my eyes, but it's starting to bother me. But I also left it on there because I know a lot of those shimmery shades within that Morphe palette do tend to have some fallout. So there is a method to my madness, y'all. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. And I'm going to be just smoking that out a little bit. I'm not really going to smoke it out. That was the wrong word. I'm just going to put it a little bit over my upper lash line and just put it into my waterline. For the mascara, I'm going to be using one that I know and love well, and that is the Voluminous Lash Paradise. mascara. You know what I'm talking about, from L'Oreal. You've heard it enough, you know. That is it for eyes, so I'm going to move on to my face. First, I'm going to be bronzing just a little bit. I'm not going to be doing too much. It's getting into fall, and for me, and where I live, seeing girls walking around with just a ton of bronzer, it's very obviously fake, given that there's just not a lot of sun anymore. So with that, I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my absolute favorite drugstore bronzer, pretty much of all time. So if you haven't tried this, you need to. I'm going to be taking the kind of champagne gold color right there in the corner. And apparently dropping my brush. Last is lips, and for fall makeup, I love lips. I have so many. You guys already know, if you've been watching my channel for any decent amount of time, that I am like obsessed with liquid lips and lipsticks. It's one of my favorite parts, and so I'm gonna go with just a pretty fall, darker but not super dark vampy color, but by using my L'Oreal Infalliblw Pro Matte Lip Gloss. This is not from their new liquid lipstick line. This is from the gloss line, but I just love this color. It's in shade 314 Nude Allude. And I'm just going to put that all over my lips. So here you guys have it. This is my final look for my drugstore fall makeup tutorial. That sounds like a good title. Haven't really come up with the official one yet, but it's the look we're going for. It's the whole theme of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe before you go so you don't miss on any of the great things I've got going on. And that's really all I have for you today. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments section, or if there's any other makeup tutorials, trials, things like that that you want me to test out, let me know, of course. But until I get any more videos out for you guys, as always, I hope you have a great day. Bye.